Indian history has been witness to only one female Prime Minister, Indira Gandhi. The third Prime Minister of India and the daughter of the first, Jawaharlal Nehru, India's charm, intelligence and charisma made for a powerful statesperson and a much-loved and admired leader. Combating poverty was always Gandhi's primary focus.
The challenge is to us all, we the people of India, all sections, all languages, all religions. And it is if we can combine together and really have a united stand and treat this as the tremendous struggle that it is, the struggle against poverty and backwardness, that we can win through and hold our own with the advanced nations of the world.
Indira Gandhi was sworn in as Prime Minister of India in New Delhi, January 24, 1966. She improved relations with the Soviet Union and China and showed extraordinary political skills and tenacity. Indira saw employment and development as India's road to freedom, and during the late 60s, her administration decreed a 40% devaluation of the Indian rupee, hoping to boost trade.
Make the economy sound. Because it's only that can give meaning to freedom.
And what about the question of poverty?
Well, poverty goes when development comes. You see, as the country's opened up, people get more opportunities, more jobs. And that's how poverty goes. Poverty is much less today than it was when I became Prime Minister.
Indira strove to combat India's poverty without changing the structure of society. With nearly half her population below the poverty line, the poor were not just statistics to Gandhi. They were there, visible. In 1971, Gandhi ensured that her nation would become the dominant power on the subcontinent when India defeated Pakistan in an 11-month war, leading to the creation of Bangladesh from what had been East Pakistan. After 14 days of armed hostilities on two fronts, the war ended with the surrender of the East Command of the Pakistan military and the succession of East Pakistan, recognizing the independent state of Bangladesh. Indira signed the Treaty of Friendship and Cooperation. With a frosty relationship with US President Richard Nixon, Gandhi wanted to avoid receiving food aid from the United States. She implemented agricultural innovation programs in the 1960s and finally transformed India's chronic food shortages into surplus production. India was now a food exporter. That achievement, along with the diversification of its commercial crop production, has become known as the Green Revolution. In 1971, Indira Gandhi's bid for a second term was based on her passion to help India's poorest. Whether empty sloganeering or genuine policy, the Stop Poverty program led to Gandhi's re-election. 1984, and a suspected terrorist and some followers take refuge inside the Golden Temple.
The government have taken note of the public statement made on behalf of the head priests that they are against any misuse of the temple and the taking in and storing of arms in holy places.
Gandhi's years in power came to a bloody climax when she ordered the army to launch Operation Blue Star. She wanted the separatists removed from the temple. Official accounts report more than 500 civilians and more than 80 soldiers were killed in the fighting. On October 31, 1984, Gandhi was assassinated by two of her bodyguards as she walked in the garden of the Prime Minister's New Delhi residence. The killing was in direct retaliation for Operation Blue Cross. Indira Gandhi is synonymous with feminism globally. Born to politics, she was a leader of will and force and left behind her own imprint on India.